we do it. Where you catch us if we be in that pool pit. Always catch a vibe, real movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
Confrontation to adversity. We stand on biz and don't run from shit.
Don't run from shit.
It's the Pool Pit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 126. What the business is. It's what that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's Cuz with the buzz, Big Bo. And you know we got that food for your soul. For sure. Now you know we gotta do a disclaimer.
Got to do it.
Just because it's like, hey man, around election time, just, you know, anything, man, we gotta say, and if we say it, people be in their feelings, G.
Before the disclaimer, I just want to say this too. The line you just said, the whole day yesterday at work, all I thought about is adversity.
Oh yeah.
I found that odd that you bring that up.
Oh yeah.
Because like people, it's stressful, isn't it? Life, if you're not here,
if you ain't going through adversity, you ain't doing it right.
If you ain't going through adversity, you're dead.
Are you living? You're just existing because getting out of your comfort zone is going to bring about adversity.
It's adversity every day. So like I was just talking about the little white. She couldn't deal with any adversity.
It's a little white. Lord have mercy.
Like, hey, you got to be able to deal with these
You got
adversity.
to be, I mean, but that's what shows
minute
who
by
you
minute,
are and what you
second
made
by
of.
second, day by day. There is always going to be an adversity.
Facts.
Get to the disclaimer.
Facts. And this is why we do the disclaimer. You feel me? It's like, because, like I said before, through confrontation and adversity, we stand on it.
Man.
So I just try to give you a pass about what we going to say, you know, before we get into the meat and potatoes of the situation. I'm trying to give you a way out. So without further ado, the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know, I got to do it. I said, the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that.
Straight like that.
And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation, and you know I keep some on deck.
Message.
May anything that is bothering you be cleared, healed, solved, and released.
Ooh,
you know, I just wish the well to everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the energy we put out. That's why people gravitate to us, because hey, I'm a loving dude. Like, I wish the best for everybody. Bo wish the best for everybody.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? We tell people we love them. We're intentional with it. Like, you know, I could hop on my brother's post, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's been, you know, getting acknowledged, you know, from his company, from doing big things and being a great employee. And I tell him, yes, what you deserve. They deserve to treat you like that. And I love you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people got to understand to do the type of stuff like that, because you don't want to be those ones that if something were to happen to one of your loved ones or your friends,
I never gave him his flowers.
I never got a chance to tell them how much we get flowers now.
Man.
So keep that in your mind when you know what I'm saying, you go through your little riffs and beefs with people. Heal that shit. Let it go. All right, Bo.
Yeah.
I know you, just like me, everybody was just chilling, you know, scrolling on IG, and then all of a sudden, we see good old Elon Musk done really made some goddamn iRobots. The actual name is called Optimus Robot from Tesla.
They had a nice little party. They had a nice little shindig.
Oh my goodness. They had a Tesla taxi, a robot taxi, or the robot bus. But I want to talk more into it because, you know, some people might think that's innovative, creative, you know, going light years into the future, you know, groundbreaking, right? But is it dangerous? Do you think he's a genius or a dangerous man?
I think he steals shit. Yeah, he stole the whole idea and concept from somebody else and had some money to invest into it. The only way I think it's dangerous is if they're mass produced.
Mass produced?
Like, okay, they're supposed to be going for like 20,000. So like the only people that's gonna really be buying these gonna be like celebrities.
They said it was called like $30,000. So
okay, it might be even. It's gonna be celebrities. It's gonna give content. It's gonna be, you know, hey, I got my new robot.
My new robot.
Me and my robot went and got some Starbucks.
Hey, this is James. It's gonna be racist people that name the robot James.
The way I can see it be dangerous is if it's mass produced.
Oh, like an army, like
you got this warehouse that's producing these things,
and that's all they got in there is them robots.
And they building all these robots, and it's like, hang on, what are y'all trying to do with all these
what's the
robots?
What's the bottom line?
Are they soldiers? Like, if you can make them soldiers, cool.
Yeah.
If you can make them soldiers, I'm with that. But if you trying to make them to like take away jobs, I'm not with that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That you spin right into that point.
You know, you gonna mass produce these things to take away people's jobs. I'm not with that whatsoever. But like to protect the homeland or whatnot, we're not putting our brothers and sisters out there, and we can have these guys doing whatever they're doing. And if we lose a robot, okay, there go a robot. But that's not a life. I'm all for that.
Yeah. Like I said, you know, Bo already touched on what I'm gonna talk about. It's like the jobs. I mean, like, you know, that's factory workers. And I get it. I understand the mindset because, you know, a lot of factory workers and, you know, people that do those type of jobs, you have a lot of lazy people, logistics. Transportation, logistics, factory, any type of facet that's like really where you're on production. I would say that would be the scary point.
Hell, McDonald's, fast food.
Right. Anything that you're on production, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta make moves.
Robot that don't gotta touch nothing, just.
But I do also think people might like it because of the service that we're getting now. Like, if you're getting half-ass service, you'd be like, well, damn. And a person give you attitude, you know what I'm saying, especially in fast food in the you know what I'm saying, the food industry. It's like, if somebody can serve me my food on time exactly the way I want it, and not have an attitude about it, people gonna be with that. They just are. If you have a warehouse and you are a warehouse owner and this is your business and you can get a gang of these robots and you can knock out your production for the week easily without having to overtime, without having to hear about they calling off because they kids, they sick or whatever, I can understand the mindset of going into that. But you're playing a dangerous game. It's like almost like God. It's like a God complex to me. It's like you feeling like you rebuilding humanity in a different form. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of these cats that got this money and like to be innovative, that's what they have, a God complex. Like, I'm God on earth. Like, I can do this. I can make cars pick up people. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling like that. And I think that's, even though on the edge of being a genius, is dangerous. You know what I mean? When you playing with stuff like that, hey, I don't want to see people who make their living in these factories and these logistics and transportation jobs and these fast food industry jobs. I'm saying jobs where they could easily be replaced with a robot, having to figure it out, you know what I'm saying, at 40-some years, 50 years old, and they ain't done nothing else their whole life but this, you know what I'm saying? That's going to mess up a lot of people. But I do see the price will come down. It's like right now, it's the hot thing. So, of course, he's going to sell to the rappers, the entertainers.
You don't see say rappers, man. Just say celebrities.
2 Chainz already talking about going to get one.
2 Chainz is also
rappers
most expensive.
You interrupted me, though, but I'm saying rappers be the first one to buy that, though. No, you interrupted me on the first part of the thing. Don't start. I can show it what you call it a kid. I was talking to the introduction. He said, hold up, wait. Where you get to finish? Thank you. So like I was saying, rappers literally like to buy shit like that to represent themselves and their stature in the game. So yes, I'm going to say rappers. That'd be the first one to put one in their house. Because I got a $30,000 robot. Let me show y'all this. Because it's all about flash and it represents their stature. Then you'll have other people. Plus, ain't no regular Joe got no $30,000 laying around to pay for a robot. That just ain't gonna happen. But ultimately, you know, I just don't want to see people, you know what I'm saying, lose their job and whatnot. So I think it's crazy times we living in, and we heading towards some crazy times for real.
Straight Terminator, Matrix,
man,
iRobot, all that.
Boy, it's like
that's what it's gonna turn into.
It's almost like a mirror image of it when you really look at it. Because I think was it Total Recall? Wasn't it having like FaceTime like a long time ago? I think it's one of these movies. They were using the phone to talk to each other with a video.
Oh, no, yeah, I think it's Total Recall.
I think it's Total Recall. Yeah, they was on FaceTime.
Yeah, like when they call folks, you can see each other. You know?
So I think the new technology that we have right now has already been in the makings.
Hey, like I told my young G the other day, who had actually brought up this whole thing about the robots, and he's like, you know, he's younger than me. He's like, yeah, you know, I know this real different from you because y'all seen some things. I said, they still ain't made flying cars. We've been waiting on flying cars, my G.
They need to leave that alone. Motherfuckers can't drive cars on the street. Leave that alone. Can you imagine, like, just having the air to you, just being able to fly wherever you want to fly? It would be so many accidents and insurance claims.
Here come the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Blah, motherfucker done ran into your roof.
If you notice on the Jetson, they barely had traffic. Imagine 38th Street being in the air. Just imagine 38th Street if you from downtown.
No, you couldn't because they always be doing construction in the motherfucking sky. Like,
and then imagine it's like, hey, y'all got to take the reroute. Nigga, it's the whole sky. Why we got to reroute? But yeah, I think that idea, I know they got a flying car, but I don't never think it's gonna get mass produced. You know, they got their prototypes. Everybody's working on prototypes. Something.
Even these robots, that was a prototype. That was a party, like showing it.
Oh yeah, the show that we can do it though.
That was a party. But like, you know, hey, you know, let that motherfucker sit around for about like 3-4 months and something malfunction and he start tripping.
Hey, I'm just saying, yeah, that's why I don't want the robot to start like shooting over. Don't give him the capability to arm itself. That's what we don't need.
But like, you know, you might have 2 Chainz calling up like, hey man, all this motherfucker can do is make coffee.
And say 2 Chainz.
Man, I tell him like, hey, clean up the restroom. That nigga go make coffee.
He do what he want, or he do what he want to do because he malfunctioning and he's like, I ain't doing that shit. You don't pay me enough for that. Like, hold up. Like I'm telling you, Siri be tripping. I'm telling you right now, if you got an iPhone, literally, she would just cut on. And I ain't said shit. You know, in the instruction, they said you got to say her name or push a button. You will literally be talking to somebody and she'd be like, can I help you? No. You were not summoned. So we playing a deadly game, and it really like, it's kind of like, it's exciting, but it's also terrifying at the same token, for real. All right, so we got to go to something, you know, as black men, we've spoke about it countless numbers of times, you know what I'm saying, as far as mental health and things of that nature. But I was watching Young Dro. He was on the Breakfast Club show with T.I. And he was speaking, you know, real candid, real open, transparent about having an addiction and being able to abstain from drink and smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Had to get help.
And had to get help for it. And as this was going on and he's being real, somebody in his little crew,
vulnerable, just
kept on laughing and laughing. So it brought me to the thing, Bo. Is that stigmatism a big reason? Basically, the stigmatism is that you're weak or you're not strong enough, you're not a G because you have this, you know, addiction, or you're telling your guy you like this. Is the stigmatism in the black community as males the problem why most men don't speak out about their actual health?
It is a problem, but it also shows who you rock with.
Facts.
You know, I got a brother, cousin, friend who has dealt with his addiction, has gotten better. And every day I talk to him, I text him and check in with him. He checks in with me. And he's been doing this thing about 6 years clean now.
Yeah.
If he was telling his story, never in my life would I laugh.
There you go.
Because I've been there. I know his story.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people, when he was going through what he was doing, and like a lot of folks turn their back, I didn't. And so if this is supposed to be your so-called homie, you need to check who you hanging with.
Boy.
You need to check who you hanging with, because I know all the people that I hang out with, if I was like, hey man, you know what? I'm cool, I'm drinking. They'd be like, oh, cool. Hey, you can still come through. You know, you ain't got to drink nothing. They would still want me to be around.
Right.
But like, nah, we ain't gonna, you know, hey, you ain't gotta have nothing to drink. We make sure we gonna take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody sit and laugh at your trauma, like I really wanted, when I seen that, I wanted Dro to slap the hell out that dude.
He should have.
But I understand that, you know, they was on some bigger business.
Yeah.
And T.I. handled it.
It was the brand. T.I. was making sure.
You know, T.I., he handled it very well, but like, you need to cut that dude off.
Yeah.
I hope he wasn't a cousin or something.
I think he probably was just, group member who already been down, you know what I'm saying? You got the dudes.
You need to cut that dude off.
I just think this, though. It just really showed, like, the fact of that's why black men keep so much stuff inside. You know what I'm saying? You're like, if I was to tell my partners, you know what I'm saying, that I'm really struggling with something, would they really be, you know what I'm saying, have empathy and sympathy for me? Or would they be like, oh man, that's weak. You can get through that shit. That my mom, I got through that stuff before. You know how some people always want to belittle your problem because they might have dealt with it a different way? One thing about being, what is it called? Empath? What's it called? Empathy?
Empath.
Empath. I said it right first time? Okay, cool.
Empath, or empathetic.
Empathetic person. I was just an empathetic person. Is to understand or try to understand people's situation. It don't have nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with how you handle yours. You might have a total different background, demeanor, exterior, you know what I'm saying, and you're stronger. Has nothing to do with how that person, you listening to what they're saying and you're going to help them get through it the best way you can. We don't have that a lot in the black community, you know what I'm saying? We're built to be tough.
But it's also the nature of who you are. Because like I come from an era, man, like a lot of cats, you know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't cocaine or crack, they thought it would be cool to mess with the X pills. Next thing you know, they was really strung out on the X pills.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? They thought it was cool to sip the lean because they thinking, this ain't crack. This ain't dope.
Yeah, it ain't gonna do nothing.
Man, you basically drinking heroin. And so, as a for real homie, I have been with my guys like, hey, nah, man, I done research.
You might not want to do that.
Yeah.
It got to be a person who's not a yes man, who don't follow the crowd.
I mean, and like you sitting there like I might be smoking a blunt and then like you got some lean over there and I'm like, nah, man, you might want to lay off that lean, man. I'm hearing that stuff.
It done took some rappers.
Yeah, it done took more than rappers. Like
people,
every day,
when you think
people.
about lean, though, I'm just saying what's associated with lean. I know it probably took regular people, but it done took some major Pimp C. But you don't hear about. I'm making it where you can go look and find directly somebody like a Pimp C. You know what I'm saying? The health issue that it creates. Matter of fact, Lil Wayne stopped because he was having health issues.
We know of.
You know what I'm saying? Well, that's what he said. He said he stopped drinking lean because he was having health issues. I can only go by what the man said.
Yeah, that's what said that we know of.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though. So obviously, it's not that cool to drink if it's giving people health issues they didn't have prior. So why would you sit there and partake of it? And if I'm your guy, if I really got love for you and I'm your brother, and if I didn't say shit, I wouldn't be shit. Like, why are you hanging around with me? If I can't tell you, hey, bro, I don't think you should be doing it, man. I done seen and heard and read about a lot of it being fatal, causing stuff down the line, and I don't think you want that.
I mean, and like, okay, you know, I might vape every now and then. I come across Face. Face would be like, Bo, chill out on that.
And that's real.
Nah, he don't. Yeah, you know, we was hanging out with the tailgate. You know,
I say it in all brand way when you do it.
He's like, you know what I did? I chilled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Let me take a break from that.
Because when real niggas who you really respect say some real shit, if y'all really real and connected, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all supposed to be.
It's a reason for it. It's
like, he ain't just saying it to just, you know what I'm saying?
Plus, you know, that's my guy. Just for him to just be hanging and like, you know, I have my little, you know, and he's like, hey, Bo, man, chill out on them.
Yeah. Because we don't want to see you end up like a lot of people who have the, you know what I'm saying? You see the vape commercials. Now, I know every situation is different, but at the same token, I mean, hey, they say what they say about vape for a reason, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you also got to understand there's anti-programs that want you. They rather you smoke. They rather you smoke a cigarette than a vape.
Everything has their own narrative because they selling. There's always selling and buying.
But like, you know, I coming from somebody like him who does research and study stuff, and when he was like, "Hey, be cool on that," I'm gonna listen to you, G.
Yeah, and that means you are connected with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people need to be like, also get, like Bo said, get your crew right. Because if your crew ain't telling you that type of shit, then they ain't really your dudes. They ain't really your brothers.
Or even if they don't know and you being vulnerable, they could be like, oh, nah, I didn't know you was going through that, bro.
But you still have that time to be
if you got a nigga in the background laughing like, oh, this
Nah, bro. The first time he would have got checked.
Like that.
First time he would have got checked. Like, real.
Dro really was like, nigga, I'll slap the shit out of you. Like,
Well, it took him a couple times, and then T.I. was kind of like, T.I. kind of really like interjected, like, they was trying to keep it. They probably knew the dude they would get to fighting, and he wasn't the one to get that volatile, right? So Dro was kind of like playing along.
Dro ain't no little dude either, man.
But I'm just saying, though, Dro was doing his thing in interview. He was being professional.
Yeah.
And here he's like, hey, man, be cool, you know what I'm saying? And then he telling the Breakfast Club people like, hey, now he laugh at everything. He cool. Because they kind of was like, kick him out almost.
Like, serious, like, get him out of here.
Yeah, that Breakfast Club was like, why is he laughing? We trying to have this serious interview, and he laughing. And he's like, nah, it's kind of like my guy, you know what I'm saying? He just acting kind of silly right now. So Dro was trying to give him a pass, but he just kept on. And Dro was like, hey, man, I'll slap the shit out you.
Serious.
And then he was like, you want to fight? And then that's what T.I. like, now, I ain't messing up the brand. ain't messing up the brand. Now, you're representing Grand Hustle and T.I. You ain't messing up the brand.
Hey, but T.I. good. He got that $71 million. He's like, I'm retired.
He said he ain't doing another show.
He's like, hey, I'm good now.
T.I. said he ain't doing it. Matter of fact, I think it was like maybe like a week or two ago, he did a show that he normally do on an annual basis. He was like, I am doing another show. I got this money. We gonna live life.
And he got residuals from all the music, everything. Like,
I mean, Grand Hustle. Anything anybody made.
Nah, he parlayed right. He said right.
What he saying? Get on your job, motivation. He said, Grand Hustle sell any. I'ma make plenty. There you go. So that's why I always like T.I. though. He got some real lyrics in there. You got to go back and check out that Urban Legend. That's what I'm saying.
I would take
that's a classic.
When I was talking about the albums, I was like, I'll take Urban Legend over trap music.
I'll take Urban Legend over trap music.
I think that was more like you just didn't know.
Better
like,
get on your job.
Listen, Urban Legend is... And
because he was talking some motivational street shit, though. There was motivation, only hating to inspire, but he was putting
bring them out.
Hey, he was putting a street feeling to it, but it really is inspirational and motivational. It really is. All right, Bo. So, we kind of thought about this. You said you really didn't have it. So, I mean, I definitely can run with it if you want me to, but if you thought something, we'll check it out.
What is that?
Name a song that hit differently after you learned his backstory.
Yeah, I'm lost on that.
Yeah, he couldn't find nothing. I will say this.
Yeah.
So I remember back in the day, like I said before, I used to watch the jukebox and everything like that. And besides the Bone Thugs and Harmony used to come on all the time, and the Uncle Luke, you know what I'm saying? It was this song that come on all the time called Tears in Heaven. And it was just a beautiful ballad. And I just thought, you'd be like, okay, they got a nice pen. Because, you like End of the Road, you know what I'm saying? Like Babyface wrote that. And it's like, is it specifically to somebody? No, it's just a song he wrote. But you can listen to End of the Road and be like, damn, that's emotional. So I just thought Tears in Heaven was, just an emotional ballad somebody wrote.
No.
And then come to find out, he really lost his son. You know what I'm saying? That song was about his son. And to me, that just made me, like the song even more and resonate with the song more. So I'm like, damn, it's hard to write about loss. If you've ever been a person who writes and stuff like that and just about feelings and things that and you had to put it down on pen or you had to say it through a microphone, it's hard. Like when I did a song, Brother, just when I was doing the part about Kellen, you know what I'm saying, being in the hospital, and it brought back all the memories I felt at that time. And you almost get real, real emotional through that verse, you know what I'm saying? So I totally understand that one. And then I have another one y'all can check out. It's Genuine. I know y'all know him for Pony and So Anxious and all the other, you know what I'm saying, real seductive hits and whatnot. He has a song on his album called The Life, called The 2 Reasons I Cry. And I'm pretty sure if you like me, until you really delve into it, you didn't even know Genuine lost both of his parents. And the 2 reasons he cried is for his mom's gone and his dad's gone. And it's like, man, when you hear that song and you hear those keys and they pull on the heartstrings, I'm just like, woo-wee. I ain't no big emotion. He was like, woo, I held my shit together. You know what I'm saying? He was trying not to, woo-wee. Get the rocking and stuff, and yeah.
But see, that's why I even asked on this question of not knowing what a song meant, or is it a song that drove you to emotion?
It's just learning the backstory of it that made you want to resonate with it more.
I can talk more about songs that drove me to emotion more than like, okay, a song that, all right, I thought it meant this and then found out it really means this. And
that's the same thing because now you probably like it more. So if I knew a song was talking about, for example, how we was talking about Brown Sugar when you said that, right? If you think he's talking about a girl, now it can also disassociate you from it too, because you might have thought Brown Sugar was a girl, you know what I'm saying? A nice brown little thing, you know what I'm saying? He come out, he talking about some weed. You like, oh man, I thought he was talking about.
But at the same time, he could be talking about a girl.
Correct.
But he's breaking her down like he's rolling up weed, but he's talking about a girl.
It's subjective.
So like it can go either way, you know. So like I've been listening to this music all my life. I can't really say there are songs that like I hear the words. Like I can hear the words and know, okay, he's talking about something. This ain't love right here. This is talking about, or this person is talking about he done lost something. Like I could just tell. Like I haven't had really one of them songs where it's like, okay, I thought it meant this, and then like they did an interview and it's like, oh, they was talking about eating pudding. And it's like, damn, I thought you was what? Okay, that's new. Now, there's plenty of songs that drove me to emotions and stuff. We can go all day. I just made a whole new playlist about songs that made me cry. I just made this playlist about a week and a half ago. So, well, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I mean, like, matter of fact, is the song, the R. Kelly song, is that really about somebody with a Sweet Sadie?
That's a remake, man. Come on.
But I'm saying, but who's the originator? I couldn't think of the name, but I'm just saying, like, is that song in general?
That was a remake. Sadie.
Is it OJ's?
Nah.
Who's the
I can't remember who actually did the original version of Sadie.
Right.
That wasn't. I don't think it's an OJ's, but that was a remake, Sadie.
Correct. But I'm just saying in general that song because it was sung pretty much the same way.
Now I will say the R. Kelly song "I Wish" that was a song about his mama.
Okay.
And that was one of them songs like, hey, shoot, nah, I bumped that "I Wish." You know what I'm saying?
Was it a group? I'm trying to think. Now I'm trying to remember my memory. Who sang that Sadie?
That was a remake.
Turn your life up. I know he redid it, but I'm trying to think who was the first person who did it.
I can't think of the originators.
But yeah, like songs like that invoke emotion. And then the thing is, a song can invoke emotion, but when you find out it's really real. So my point is like somebody's pen can just be that good. You know what I'm saying? For example, like on the Usher song, Moving Mountains, if you listen to the song, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love that album. Raymond versus Raymond.
Yeah, when you listen to Moving Mountains, when you listen to Moving Mountains, it sounds like a brother going through some stuff, you know, the way he's singing it. That pen, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but is that, then you, for example, now that might just be the pen, but what if you found out Moving Mountains meant like, he was talking about his divorce. He was talking about everything.
He was.
So, okay.
It wasn't no find out.
Paper, I thought paper was. I don't know about Moving Mountains, though.
Yeah, he was. He was talking about like his
I know you gotta get them papers.
But yeah, he thinking he doing something like, hey, I'm getting married, and then the marriage fails and this and that. Like, yeah. He was going through.
But see what I'm saying? So that make you like it. Matter of fact, the song was jamming.
But I liked it then. I knew then.
But I like it more when I know it's real. Like I personally, I like it more when I find out it's a real story behind it. You can like something because it's a bop. It's just a good song.
Nah, Moving Mountains.
But
no,
Moving Mountains hard. I like Paper. I like the whole album.
Listen to it, it's just like nah.
You right though. That album's hard.
Yeah, because it came behind Confessions.
Is that Daddy Home? Is that what Daddy Home on that one too?
I'm not sure. I know that was about what 2008.
I think Daddy's Home is on that one. It's Usher versus Usher, right?
Raymond versus Raymond.
Raymond versus Raymond. I think that is Daddy Home.
It might be on there.
Oh, that's a classic.
No, that's a good album.
That's a good album right there.
But it wasn't Confession, so a lot of people didn't mess with it.
Ain't nothing Confession.
Right.
So like everybody got their one.
He dropped another one. It's like there's still not Confessions. It's like, hey, he's
even
not going to do
8701 is not Confessions.
That was before Confessions, though.
But I'm just saying, even if you compare them and say
8701 led up to Confessions.
But I'm just saying though, you still have hits on 8701. But you remind me, and I always call it what is it? His famous song, you remind me, and then dun 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 dun.
In the club?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. I cannot think of the song, but he be dancing in the rain. What the hell is that song called? Shit.
Whatchamacallit?
Oh, no. No. People gonna be like, y'all don't know that song? When you feel it in your body.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta keep singing.
Hey. Look, he gotta keep singing.
I'm trying to get to the You Got It Bad.
Yeah, You Got It Bad.
I said I'm gonna get to it.
No, You Got It Bad, but it's the other one.
Which one? I thought it was You Got It Bad, and you remind me on that. It first started off, and it might be another.
Actual Confessions.
But I'm saying that's 8701.
No, I'm talking about no. Oh, You Got It Bad was on 87.1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so you can compare. It still ain't never gonna be Confession. Confession is his ultimate collection. But 8701 is a classic.
No, 87.1 was hard.
That's my point. I'm saying,
you don't have to call.
Hey, 701 got some cuts, but Confession is just that Usher stepped into it. Like, I'm Usher. Y'all can't mess with me. I'm really feeling.
But there are a lot of musical songs that evoke emotion. Because like I just made this playlist, man. I set it off with Goody Mob The Day After.
Oh, ooh.
I set it off with The Day After. Then I threw Kendrick Lamar, I'm Real.
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of music that it can evoke and pull emotions and say some stuff and drive you to tears.
Yeah. But so I mean, those we didn't get y'all some gems to check out. No matter how you look at what I said, you know what I'm saying, and view the question, we definitely gave y'all some gems or some good music to check out. That if you feeling like you're going through something, you want to hear something that might align with what you're going through, we gave y'all something to listen to.
Check out that Goody Mob.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into sports entertainment. So, don't know if Bo's seen it. I told him about it, but it's a show on Netflix called Starting Five, featuring LeBron James, Domas Sabonis, Jason Tatum, Anthony Ant-Man Edwards, and also Jimmy Butler. Did you get a chance to check it out?
No, what the fuck is it?
It is this nigga. It is basically like a documentary of them going through their lives during the season, during the 2023 and 2024 season of the NBA.
Oh, okay.
And what I'm gonna say is, it will give you a different outlook on these players, right? Like, we're so critical of LeBron James. Everybody is in some facet. But when you see it, it shows him when Bronny actually goes through his situation, you know what I'm saying, and has a cardiac arrest, you know what I'm saying, while playing basketball. It shows the in and out, the days of LeBron James. It shows how deep of a family man he is. It just gives you like
a different perspective.
Like, because normally he doesn't let you see that. Like, LeBron is very protective of his image, you know what I'm saying? So now you like at his home, he got his feet out, you know what I'm saying, that he's talking candidly about shit. They got the microphones live on everything, so they on the court. You hear the basketball knowledge and IQ for LeBron James. You see Domas Sabonis, what he go through when he didn't make the All-Star team. And you be thinking like, oh, they rich. They could care less about me. Nah, he felt some type of way. Like, he was having one of his greatest seasons. Ant-Man, I'm going to tell y'all right now, Ant-Man is probably one of the most authentic people in the NBA. He be talking cash, shit to people. He's very family-based, you know what I'm saying? He let you see the birth of his first child. So, yeah, it's dope. Jason Tatum showed you know, he talk about how much scrutiny he gets in the media. You know, they blame him for everything. Like, if the Celtics don't win, it's Jason Tatum's fault, but it's the whole team. He says he just takes it on the chin. Matter of fact, you could just tell he was well-raised, too, because he don't even cuss. Like, everybody else is cussing. That man don't say a cuss word at all hardly through the thing. I'm like, wow, even on the court, you know, in an emotion, you know what I'm saying? You would think somebody would cuss. Nah, he don't be cussing.
That makes him well-raised?
But I can just tell you, because you well-mannered, yeah. If you're not wilding out and going crazy in the way you present yourself and you calm and mild-mannered, yes, it does show that you were well-raised. It does. That's a characteristic. You still could be a psychopath or crazy.
Right.
But that is a characteristic of being well-raised and being well-mannered, knowing how to be around adults and how to be articulate and stuff like that. And his mom's on there. He real close with his mom, so you can see how his mom conducts herself. And that's who, you know, brought him up. The dad was in his life, but, you know, he was kind of dissing or whatever. But, yeah, it's dope. And Jimmy Butler. Oh, and Jimmy Butler, we know how Jimmy Butler is. Everybody thinks Jimmy Butler this wild, eccentric dude and kind of an asshole, but whatever. But he shows that his father passed. You know what I'm saying? In the show. And I didn't even know that. And I was telling my brother, we be so hell-bent on getting on these athletes when our parlay don't hit. For the bettors and gamblers, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what these athletes going through. Like, he literally had to play a playoff game, finding out his dad was terminal. And then one of the other playoff games, he just had seen him in the hospital, and he told the doc, hey, can you do something to make sure he's living so till after this game over? Doc was like, I can't promise you nothing. Said as soon as he got on the plane, about to hit to where he was going to, he got news that his father passed. So I'm like, it's sometimes, and he was like, after that, he didn't feel like playing no more basketball. And he said, people want you to be superhuman. He said, but I'm really human. I'm very human. I'm very vulnerable right now. Basketball's the last thing on my mind. So it's just something we should take into
dealing with adversity.
Yeah, something we should just take into consideration. It just gave you a different perspective on NBA players. We always want to think they just high-paid assholes and, privileged, you know what I'm saying?
That's certain people. That's certain people.
But I'm just saying a lot of people think that because a lot of people present that until you see something differently. You know what I'm saying? So
if you don't have any empathy, you
especially when you see people like sitting out games and stuff like that, you get a bad knock for how certain things are because
Kawhi
they don't show
Leonard.
the other thing, the balance of everything. So
Kawhi Leonard. Let's see a background on Kawhi Leonard. I mean, let's see. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know about Kawhi. I tried. Kawhi was one of my favorite players, and you got to, like Stephen A. Smith said, like you got to speak to it. Like the man is. Every time it's time to re-up for a contract, he there. When it's not contract time, the man is missing action consistently.
Didn't Perks say retire, nigga?
He might need to because how you gonna want to play in the Olympics? But now you already out for the beginning of the indefinite before the season even starts. So yeah, I get that. I get that for real. All right, so we got music.
Music. I'm gonna just set it off right now. One of the best R&B projects to come out in a while. I'm gonna give it to my guy Leon Thomas. I've been bumping this for almost 2 weeks now.
Okay.
Truly dope. Truly dope.
What's the name of the album?
Mutt.
Okay.
The name of the album is Mutt. And this is what I want to say to the youngins out here. Y'all got stuff totally misconstrued. It's good music. When you hear good music, it doesn't necessarily have to be, oh, it sounds like something from the 90s. Because guess what? It does not sound anything like the 90s. If you actually know music, he's taking on the representation of when R&B started to become almost rapper-like. So that's more like early 2000s. That led to from a R. Kelly.
R. Kelly, that's the vibe.
No, seriously.
It
led from a R. Kelly to a Neo, Chris Brown, Trey Songz. He's in that realm. Mm-hmm. He's not no 90s Tevin Campbell.
Yeah. Totally different.
Face.
Totally different type of writing style.
Totally different style. He's in that more that realm of I can sing, I have a rapper bravado, and also too he can play instruments. He plays the guitar. He's an artist, and he wrote Snooze.
Okay,
yeah, he won a Grammy for writing Snooze. But the Mutt project is dope. Great features. Got Freddie Gibbs. Got Wale threw shots at J. Cole.
Ooh.
Yes.
Matter of fact, we're gonna be talking about that. So I'm glad you said
over.
That's funny you brought that up.
I said that. Terry was like, "What you mean?" I was like, "Listen to it." The actual when you see the wordplay and what he says, I was like, Wale is throwing shots. He ain't throwing them at Kendrick. He ain't throwing them at Drake. He throwing them at J. Cole because what J. Cole said.
I gotta check it out. That's one I gotta check it out.
Masego's on there. You know, he's singing the song, playing the sax. Great project.
Y'all check it out.
Thomas.
We'll say Glorilla finally dropped her.
I still haven't listened. I want to listen to it.
I will say this. I don't think it's better than Lotto's album, but I do think she represents that Memphis feel. Like if you like 3 6 Mafia, Gangsta Boo, Crunchy Black, all them type of, you know what I'm saying, everybody MJG, that vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's a certain vibe that Memphis brings. Even like Dolph, you know what I'm saying, and Gotti, it is a vibe that Memphis brings when they get on tracks and how they do it. And she definitely represents. Glorilla got hits. She got some bangers on these albums, and she's a hit maker.
Telling you.
You told me. I give you props. You did say that. I mean, I like I said before, I like a certain style of rappers. I like Lotto better, but I think Glorilla's dope too. You know what I'm saying? I like her better than Lotto. Well, maybe I do. But anyway, but Glorilla look nice too. Shit. I mean, Meg look nice too.
She been hitting the gym.
Got them cheese done, girl.
She got her stomach. She got a little 6-pack.
Hey, it is what it is, man. But then, that's a good album. Y'all check out. And a shocker album.
It's a shocker.
Cause I had never really heard of this fella, you know what I'm saying, until I was on Instagram and they was talking about his album release. And I was like, okay, it was a big old dude. I'm like, man, this nigga huge. But big extra plug. Take care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. It's good. That's a good project. That's a good project right there. He got a nice flow to it. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell he was locked in step with his producer. His producer made his personal producer made the whole album. You know what I'm saying? It's not a long album because this song's probably like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Get to the point.
You know what I'm saying?
Short,
so you like 30, 40 minutes, but hey, it's a banger. Check it out. Called Take Care. And then finally, we got to talk about J. Cole in Port Antonio. You heard it?
Did I hear that? Yeah, I heard. I had took on a whole bunch of J. Cole stuff over the last, because I even went back and listened to a 7-minute, whatchamacallit.
Oh, okay.
I went back and listened to that again. And I was like, man, he should have just never had that trap beat and just had the conductor beat and went from there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I heard it. So I just can't remember.
So we'll just get into this. This is what I'm saying about J. Cole. I've always said this. J. Cole can rap his ass off.
Yes.
When it comes to lyrics, being a lyricist, he's top notch. Top 5 easily, you know what I'm saying, the way he puts shit together. But J. Cole's mentality and how he does things in his rap game are not sitting well with me. For one, he talks about he didn't battle Kendrick, but if he did battle Kendrick, he wouldn't lose. Bro, why say that after the fact? It didn't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't want to battle, you could have just said, I was protecting my mental health and I'm on this and I knew that the industry was going to prosper off of us battling. Don't come out being cocky and arrogant when you're the one who started throwing shots in the first place
and bowed
out when Kendrick wanted all the smoke. And then you cop and please with Drake. Like, come on, man. Like,
you sound like a dick sucker.
It's not a good look, G. I told people he lost his what's the thing you call
credibility?
Yeah, credibility, but it's a certain thing when you know a person steps on the track and you just feel that like, nah, he's a problem. I don't feel that no more with J. Cole. Like, I know he can rap. I'm like, okay, he's a dope rapper, but when them tracks was hitting back before the beat started, we was like, oh, Cole killing everything.
Hey, Cole had a good little run.
Cole killing everything.
21, 22, 23, any collab, he was bodying everybody.
Bodying every collab,
every song. and then this happened.
And then Kendrick goes at these dudes. And now what you hear from these dudes, for example, all the songs I done heard from Drake after the Kendrick battle.
Hey, he don't
all
rap
the songs
no more.
I done heard of J. Cole.
Drake don't rap
It
no
don't
more.
have that same hit effect no more.
No, Drake is more pop.
Oh, this man did a
reggae song. Yeah, I'm Afro beat. I'm everything but rap right now.
Kendrick made these boys. Hey, but I'm saying
Son,
J. Cole
you're scared to death. You're scared to look.
Hey, bro, just take another lane. Don't even bring up Kendrick no more, nigga. You bowed out, nigga. You a battle MC that bowed out.
Stay away from Kendrick because Wale just bodied you.
Hey.
No, if you go, after this, I want you to hear it.
I'll check it out.
I was actually playing the song. Yeah.
I'll check it out. And then we just got to talk about New York Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx. It's game 5 tonight.
Okay, that's tonight. Okay.
Tonight. Who you taking, bro?
I really don't care. I mean,
But just say you taking somebody, it's not a part of don't care. You can say, well, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I would like to see such a win. Like, I don't have a dog in the fight. Like,
I just want to watch the game. Like I said, I don't care. I
would just say,
Either
I want the Liberty to win for the simple fact that it's called adversity. The main theme of the day is adversity. They was runner-ups last year. You back at the same spot. You have the 5th game at your home. Sabrina Ionescu. Breanna Stewart was already a champion.
You got to step up.
That would be Sabrina Ionescu's first one. It'd also be Jones, you know what I'm saying? She left the Connecticut Suns when they had went to a championship. This is her 3rd trip to the finals. All about adversity. I think the Lynx is going to still be a young and upcoming team. All of them have never been, well, I think maybe just Nephesia might have been to a championship.
So I ain't got a problem if they still won.
But either one of them, it's great basketball. I'm just tell the ladies that showed up and showed out. I'm going to be honest with you. If you ain't watching WNBA basketball next year, you sleeping. Because this finals has been games with 2 points or better, last second 3-point shots, you know what I'm saying? Last free throw shots and whatever. You don't know who's gonna win. Nail biters. That's what you want. So they definitely bringing it. So shout out to the ladies. And hopefully it's a good game. Nobody gets hurt, and we'll have a champion later.
And all the while, Angel Reese is taking sex shots.
I will say this about Angela Reese, though. I have no problem with you having lingerie on and busting it open. But at the same token, you can't cry wolf. You can't say people are sexualizing you when you're sexualizing yourself. What sense does that make? Make it make sense, baby. For real. Got anything else, Bo?
I got nothing.
Got nothing else either. So it is Sunday evening. You know, good old Monday come up. The hustle and bustle of Monday come up. We hope y'all have a great start to your work week. Until the next one. Yep.